There are two official statements sitting on the table right now that cannot both be true. They were issued on the same day, March 23, 2026, day 24 of Operation Epic Fury, by two governments that have been at war with each other for 24 consecutive days. The first statement came from Donald Trump, confirmed across AP, Bloomberg, Fox News, and the New York Times. The United States and Iran have held productive discussions. Major points of agreement exist, and if a 5-day period goes well, this war will be settled. The second statement came from Tehran, confirmed across Al Jazeera, AP, and Bloomberg simultaneously. There were no talks. Not limited talks, not back-channel talks, not preliminary talks, no talks. Zero. Never happened. Iran's parliament speaker stated publicly, confirmed by Al Jazeera, that Trump was using the idea of negotiations to escape the quagmire in which the United States and Israel are trapped. Two governments, one set of facts, two completely opposite claims about what those facts are. And sitting in the middle of that contradiction, with its own definitive verdict on which side is telling the truth, is the global financial market that moved 1.38% on the S&P 500 in a single session, sent crude oil plunging nearly 10%, and drove Bitcoin higher, all on the same day Iran called Trump a liar. Markets do not care about diplomatic positioning. They do not care about face-saving language, domestic political narratives, or which government has the more compelling public relations strategy. They care about probability. They care about what sophisticated institutional investors with access to intelligence channels, diplomatic contacts, and real-time options, pricing, believe, is actually happening behind the public statements. And on March 23, 2026, those investors made a unanimous bet in a single direction. That bet, its size, its speed, and its coordination across every single asset class simultaneously, equities up, oil down, gold down, Bitcoin up, bonds recovering, is the most important piece of information available about where this war is actually going. And understanding it fully, understanding what produced it, what sustains it, and what could destroy it within the next 5 days is what this video is about from beginning to end. Let's start by establishing the precise, verified record of what both sides said on March 23rd, because this is a story where a single misattributed word changes the entire meaning, and your channel depends on every word being exactly right. AP confirmed a concurrent live update. Iran denies any negotiations with the US. Bloomberg confirmed Iran, US at odds over whether truce talks are happening. Bloomberg confirmed Trump delays energy strikes, sets 5 days for Iran talks. Bloomberg confirmed Trump began Iran talks as allies warned war risked disaster, noting market calming as a key factor. Al Jazeera confirmed Iran denies any talks with US after Trump claims productive discussions. Al Jazeera confirmed Iran is using talks narrative as a political framing. Fox News confirmed Trump to speak with Iranian leaders, says war will be settled if 5-day period goes well. Fox News confirmed Netanyahu hints at potential deal to end Iran war after Trump phone call. Fox News Business confirmed Pentagon ban on most news outlets overturned as Trump reveals 5-day pause. The New York Times confirmed Trump postpones deadline for strikes on Iran energy infrastructure, with Iran disputing the claim. Bloomberg confirmed Trump backed off from Iran threat, citing talks. Every major outlet is confirming the same contradiction simultaneously. Both claims are in the public record. Both are attributed to named officials. Both cannot be true. And the market moved as if one of them definitely is. Now let's examine exactly what the market did on March 23rd, because the numbers tell a story no official statement can match for precision and credibility. Bloomberg confirmed S&P 500 up 1.15%, NASDAQ up 1.38%, Dow up 1.38%. Bloomberg confirmed crude oil fell 9.69%. Bloomberg confirmed stocks rise, oil falls as Trump eases Iran threats. Bloomberg confirmed Bitcoin climbs as Trump grants 5 days for negotiations. Bloomberg confirmed gold pairs losses as Trump backs off threat. Bloomberg confirmed dollar drops, yields fall. AP confirmed stocks rally and oil sink after Trump hints at possible end to war, even as Iran denies talks. Fox News Business confirmed markets surge as president signals de-escalation. Equities up, oil down, gold down, Bitcoin up, dollar down, yields down. That is a coordinated global risk reset in a single day. Now let's examine why Iran's denial does not mean nothing changed. Al Jazeera confirmed Iran is keen to link wartime leverage to economic gains. That is the language of negotiation. Iran's public denial preserves strength while allowing private engagement to continue. Bloomberg confirmed Witkoff and Kushner are negotiating with the Iranian parliament speaker. The same parliament speaker publicly denying talks is privately involved in them. That is standard diplomatic structure in high-stakes conflict. Both sides need public denial for domestic narratives. Iran needs to show strength and independence. Trump needs to show pressure worked and a deal is possible. AP confirmed Trump's changing course on Strait of Hormuz raises questions about war preparation. Bloomberg confirmed Trump wants war without entanglement. That tension defines the 5-day window. Both sides are managing narratives while moving toward a possible deal. Al Jazeera confirmed Iran signals off-ramp despite no regime change. That phrase is critical. No regime change. Turk stacks Iran's survival is guaranteed in any deal. That is the core Iranian victory condition. Fox News confirmed Trump says war will be settled if 5-day period goes well. The 5-day window is a pause, not withdrawal. It is a defined, time-limited negotiation structure. It creates urgency and pressure. It preserves military capability while allowing diplomacy. And it is being handled through envoys Witkoff and Kushner, signaling a deal-driven, transactional negotiation style. Now, the most important factor, the Strait of Hormuz. Bloomberg confirmed Iran has effectively closed the strait. AP confirmed about 90 ships still pass selectively. Al Jazeera confirmed Japan gets transit permission. This is controlled pressure, not total blockade. The strait carries about 20 million barrels per day, around 1/5 of global oil. Every day it remains restricted. Global energy prices rise. Bloomberg confirmed $2.5 trillion bond wipeout. New York Times confirmed gas prices up over 30% in some states. Fox News confirmed jet fuel prices doubling. IEA confirmed world faces severe energy crisis. These costs create pressure for both sides to negotiate. Now the military side. CENTCOM confirmed B-52 operations, carrier groups, and missile strikes throughout the campaign. Operation Epic Fury began February 28th and continued through March 23rd. This sustained pressure created the conditions for negotiations. Not a single strike, but cumulative pressure over 24 days. Now the key insight. The 5-day window exists because both sides reached a point where continuing the war became more costly than negotiating. That is why the market moved. That is why oil dropped. That is why stocks rose. That is why both sides are publicly denying and privately negotiating at the same time. Because what is happening right now is not contradiction. It is negotiation under pressure, and the next 5 days will determine whether this pressure produces a deal or escalation. Bloomberg confirmed Sweden proposes to cut fuel tax and reduce Iran war price impact, a government-level fiscal response in a Scandinavian country that has no direct involvement in the conflict, but whose economy is absorbing its energy costs. Bloomberg confirmed India markets brace for a prolonged energy shock. Bloomberg confirmed that Modi is seeking to calm India as the Iran war causes gas shortage, with photographs of the Indian Prime Minister directly addressing his population about the disruption. AP confirmed International Energy Agency head says global economy faces major threat from Iran war. Al Jazeera confirmed the IEA's characterization went even further. World and energy crisis worse than the 1970s oil shocks combined. Fox News confirmed jet fuel prices double as airlines warn supplies could run dry within weeks. AP confirmed spiking gas prices tied to Iran war are set to eat up the tax refunds touted by Trump, with 503 reader engagements. AP confirmed DoorDash offers added payments to U.S. and Canadian drivers as gas prices soar, a single headline that captures how a geopolitical confrontation in the Persian Gulf reaches into the income of individual gig economy workers in North America within weeks. The New York Times confirmed gas prices have jumped more than 30% in some states in 2 weeks. Bloomberg confirmed war's attacks on energy could turn economic shock into long-term damage, a framing that specifically identifies the risk that the current disruption stops being temporary and becomes structural, embedding itself into supply chain costs, fertilizer prices, food costs, and manufacturing input prices for months or years rather than weeks. Every one of those confirmed economic consequences accumulated because the Strait of Hormuz remained closed, the B-52s kept flying, and the carrier groups maintained their positions. The 5-day window on March 23rd is the moment when that accumulated economic damage reached a level that made resolution valuable enough to both sides to attempt. The Strait of Hormuz itself is the physical object at the center of this entire situation, and its confirmed status on March 23rd tells you why the 5-day window carries the weight it does. Bloomberg confirmed a specific explainer headline that remained active through March 23rd, how Iran has effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz. Bloomberg confirmed a satellite image of the strait in its market data photography. AP confirmed about 90 ships crossed the Strait of Hormuz, as Iran exports millions of barrels of oil despite the war. A headline from earlier in the conflict that describes the partial, selective nature of the closure. Al Jazeera confirmed Iran says it will allow Japanese ships to transit the Strait of Hormuz, a selective carve-out that confirms Iran is using strait access as a negotiating instrument country by country rather than implementing a total blockade. The strait carries approximately 20 million barrels of oil per day in normal conditions, representing roughly 1/5 of global daily oil consumption. Every day it remains closed or partially closed, the war premium on global energy prices compounds. Every day it remains closed, the $2.5 trillion bond market wipeout Bloomberg confirmed extends further. Every day it remains closed, the 30% gas price increase the New York Times confirmed in some American states continues accumulating in household budgets. The 5-day window is the first structured attempt in 24 days to create conditions under which the strait reopens by negotiated agreement rather than by military force alone. And the Energy Secretary's promise that prices could fall pretty significantly if a deal is reached is the American government's own public confirmation that the strait's reopening is the primary economic objective of whatever resolution is now being discussed. Let's now examine what the 5-day framework specifically contains, and why its architecture reveals something important about how close both sides actually are to a resolution, regardless of the public denial. Bloomberg confirmed Trump delays energy strikes, sets 5 days for Iran talks. Bloomberg confirmed the live update. Witkoff and Kushner are negotiating with the Speaker of the Iranian parliament. Fox News Business confirmed top Trump admin official makes big prediction if U.S. reaches deal with Iran. The 5-day framework has 3 distinct components that are each strategically significant. First, it is a pause, not a withdrawal. The B-52s confirmed by CENTCOM remain operational. The carrier groups remain positioned. The Tomahawk inventory aboard the Arleigh-Burke destroyers remains available. The pause on power plant strikes is a specific, limited, reversible action that preserves the full military capability while creating a window for diplomacy. Second, it is a defined window with a stated endpoint, not an open-ended ceasefire. 5 days creates urgency.